But yeah, bro, Japan, that's like one of them places, bro. And I'm like heavily into like anime and manga and shit too. So like,
Oh yeah, you fuck with it. If you got like a solid 4,000, like it'll be a fun ass trip. Like, cause you can pay for the ticket. You could be out there maybe like 5 days, like a solid 5 days. You could pay for that, and then you still got money left over, and then the exchange rate, and then, bruh, and there's hella shit to do. I'm talking about there's hella shit to do out there. Ridiculous.
was that Gundam thing really close? What happened with that?
Oh yeah, that bitch was closed.
Hey, Brody looked mad as hell.
Yeah. The stupid part, I was like, bro, you were the one who read the damn article, and you came with me. We drove an hour and a half to get there on Uber, like, bro. And then you mad now? Shut up, stupid, fucking dummy.
Oh, weak. All right, bet. All right, what's going on, man? It's your boy Kloth, and I'm back with another video, man. Look, if I'm not starting somewhere, I'm not going nowhere. And this is going to be another segment of Kloth Talk. Now, again, Kloth Talk is where I'm just grabbing the article titles from Hypebeast, Complex, and it's all talking about sneakers, fashion, all that jazz that I love. And I bring people on here who love it too. But I don't even think I need to introduce this guest, bro. Like, if you like buying clothes, if you into streetwear, if you into BAPEstas, if you've been on YouTube in the fashion scene at all in the past, man, you've been on it for a minute. I'd probably say in the past like 5, 6, 7, maybe 5, 6, right?
28 or 2019-ish, 18, 19.
Oh yeah, see, if you've been on there for a minute, before it was cool, before everybody became content creators, he was already putting the work in. Without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce the man, Keezy. It ain't easy being Keezy, man. They've been asking for you. That's why I was like, I'll do this on a weekday. They've been asking for you.
No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being on in the past. You know what I mean? All the content we made back then, that shit was dope too. So, happy to be on.
Nah, most definitely. We go get into that a little bit later, but let's go ahead and get into these articles and then knock those out, and we'll jump in on the back end on that.
Okay.
But let's get into the first article. All right, so this article title reads, BAPE taps Sean Wotherspoon for vintage-inspired hidden gems capsule. I know you an expert in this round, so I wanted to know, like, what was your initial reaction to seeing this? Like, does this sound like a collab that BAPE would do, and how do you feel about it?
I mean, it's on brand, but I haven't, I follow up with BAPE, and I still visit every time I'm in a city where there's a BAPE store just for kicks, but I never buy anymore. I'm just strictly buying the old stuff. I mean, some of the graphics for the Witherspoon stuff is cool, but I mean, I don't even remember I think the last newer BAPE item I bought was the Jown BAPEstas, but other than that, everything else is I don't know. I'm not gonna say I outgrew BAPE, but like I outgrew BAPE. It's like a legendary ass brand, but yet the new stuff, I'm just like, whatever. It's like new ownership. It's been new ownership for a very long time. It's still great for people that are trying to get into streetwear, but for those who have been like doing it for a long time, it's hard to get excited over stuff these days.
Do you think? Because I was watching one of your videos, bro, from like I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, and you were talking about pretty much what you just said about how you kind of outgrew it, and like you had went somewhere and you had bought like all these like tees from this one shop. I think. And you basically just said what you said, but do you think that's like a coming to age thing, or do you think it's more so like the brand itself kind of got watered down?
I think it's just changed since Nigo's not a part of it, and then but it's also the market too, because 2016 to 18, streetwear became like the it thing, it became commercial, and BAPE Supreme, Stussy, and like 2 or 3 other streetwear brands were like the mecca. They were like the core of it, you know. And then there's obviously the Nike side of things and Adidas and Yeezys and stuff. But putting those aside, the street brands were the ones that introduced everyone to what streetwear is. And then later, after you get introduced, it's like, oh, okay, like there's a million different things. Like even for you now, you probably are more focused. Like you can give a shit about what brand it is. Does it fit well? Like I'll fuck with it if it fits well. Like I'll go that route. I don't really care if it has BAPE all over it anymore. So if it's a grown out thing, yeah, maybe. But for those who are new, like I never want to like ruin it for people, you know, because it's like if you just got into it and you like super excited about the shit, then bro, like that's the brand for you right there, because you can have head to toe shark faces all over, bro. If that's really what you're looking for. So I don't know. That's kind of how I look at it.
That's a fair point too, because like whenever I think about like, oh, I start demonizing a brand just because like it becomes too much. I think of like it's good to get the perspective, like somebody's introduction to fashion or streetwear might be that, and that might be everything to them, like you just said. So I guess that is, but like then that's like almost makes me think like, can you even have that opinion then of saying like, oh, I don't like it anymore, it's like it got watered down and it's like trash?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean most people hate BAPE. I'm serious. And matter of fact, I think fashion people that are like super into clothes, they'll probably pick Supreme over BAPE any day. You know, if we really came down, like if there's like a questionnaire, like people that are like super high up there, either in the industry or not, or just consumers that are just very into clothing, even if they don't wear both brands, and you ask them, you say, hey, which one do you like better, BAPE or Supreme? They'll probably say Supreme, you know, because they think that the legacy is better. But I choose the BAPE side because like
I just got kicked. But it was still recording. That's weird.
Well, you're still recording right now.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened with that. But
you probably just closed the window. Yeah, you're good. But yeah, I choose the BAPE side because I grew up on that shit, and I never skateboarded, so I was never into Supreme. I never even bought Supreme ever, you know.
Bro, honestly, growing up, like the people around me wasn't even like in like Richmond, Hercules, and like Pinole, and like Berkeley, like the places I was actively going, I didn't really see much Supreme for real. Like my brother had a fake BAPE hoodie, and I'm gonna call him out because my mom bought that at Swap Meet, bro. It wasn't real. But
well, what years are you talking about?
So this happened. It was like I would say between the years like when I was in middle school, so like 2009, 2012. Like the stuff that I seen people heavily wearing, it wasn't like BAPE mainly. It was like Aeropostale and Hollister, and everybody was rocking the full tracksuits and stuff.
Yeah, that was like post hyphy. But during hyphy, like 2000, like 4 to 2008 ish, BAPE was everywhere. But it was fake. Everything was fake though.
Oh yeah,
you feel me? Yeah, it was just like, you feel me? Everyone went to Market Street. Everybody got this shit, and then they went to Telegraph. You know what I mean? They got a painted T-shirt and a fucking colorful ass hoodie, and they called it a day.
Yeah, that was when I was in elementary school, so I wasn't even paying attention like that. I wasn't like heavy on clothes to even peep what people was rocking. I just remember, bro, going to the little smoke shop to get in the hoodies, and like my brother had these big old pair of Jabos, bro. That's all. And Coogee, bro. Coogee was big.
Yeah, and academics.
Coogee and what's the other one? Dang.
Red Monkey.
I don't remember those, but I do know about it, but I don't remember seeing those. It's another one. Coogee, I want to say, is it LRG I'm thinking of? I thought it's not. Something like that.
LR was big, super big. LR became big because no one could get BAPE. LR was big, like straight up. Like they made full zip hoodies, they made the skeleton thing. It's like you got all that sauce from BAPE, but it wasn't accessible. So it was like, oh, we rocking LR.
It definitely was more accessible. You hit the mall, boy, and you go
Macy's.
To like, hell yeah, man, like it's over with. You get a whole, bro. You putting that on layaway. Mom's paying that off in 5 installments.
Man, I was stealing that shit.
Hey, I didn't want to bring it up, but hey, bro, I
No,
was up to,
it's been enough years, man. It's out of
bro.
I was going to the spinning room, putting that shit underneath my t-shirt. You know what I mean? I bring two to the fitting room. I leave with one. You know what I mean?
Bro, I went to Macy's one time because I wanted these Nike sweats, bro. I went in like a dummy. I went in so hot, bro. I went in there with a backpack on in the fitting room. As soon as I came out, I just walked out. And then as soon as I walked out, they heard gray sweatpants. All right, yeah, we on it. I was like, oh, bro, I'm booking it out the mall. Bro, I ran from the mall to DVC.
God damn.
Bro, it was crazy.
I got caught before at Burlington. They definitely got, because I tried like stuffing the jeans in my backpack and like with my foot. I purposely put my backpack on the floor and I left it open and I tried to stuff. I was fucking stealing South Poles. Like, what the fuck was I doing? I stuck some ugly ass ones too, and then I put in the thing. I walked outside, dude. He held my shoulder and he was like, "You got to come with me." I'm like, "For what?"
Bro,
He's like, what's in your backpack? I'm like, "Nothing." He fucking opens it. He's like, "We got him." I'm like, "Fuck." God damn it.
It almost is in our nature, bro. I feel like everybody got in the Bay, bro, has a stealing story.
Come on, man.
I don't care who. Even if you're a goody two shoes, you have a stealing story.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're kids. You know what I mean? So they put you in the mall jail.
Bro, moms come up there, pops come up there looking hot. Like,
they looking through the window like, what the fuck is you doing?
So you stealing? You stealing? Really?
What the fuck? And then my dad, after he picked me up, or my mom, and my dad, they're like, "How much money you got on you?" I was like, "I have $50." They're like, "You could have just bought it." I was like, "I'm not gonna do that though. Why would I do that?"
Bro, like, you could do something else with the 50 if you got away with it. Like,
right.
It was really a lick.
You didn't know my plan? This was my plan the whole time, bro.
Can you see my screen that I'm sharing that this picture right here?
Yeah.
All right, like, do you know what shoes these are?
Yeah,
it's like an old model.
That's a newer one. Okay. You can tell because can you zoom in?
Nah, not really for real.
Yeah, but the back tab is really what gives it away. But I mean, they're super easy to tell whether or not it's new or old. But yeah, that back tab thing kills me. They basically put two. Imagine an Air Force One back tab, but they double it up, and it's fucking ugly. But whatever. This shit is fucking hideous.
I'm dead. I'll say you what though. I feel like as I got older and that's like I live on my own now, I really appreciate just like little stuff like this, like little knickknacks and stuff that I could put like on a bookshelf or like just around the house. Like,
yeah,
that stuff be solid to me now. Like, I don't really be.
BAPE has always been good at accessories, like accessories and doing a fuck ton of collaborations that are very on brand for them, you know, like even stuff like that is cool.
Nah, I agree. It's so solid.
But yeah,
overall clothes though, I feel like, I don't know, I've definitely grown out of just having a bunch of prints on my clothes, but like this ain't too bad. This low-key this reminds me of the Dior what was that collab they did? This reminds me of a certain Dior collab, but I can't put my finger on who they collab with. But like this whole B and like the shape of this.
Well, do you know what the B is from?
What?
So go back. So back in the day when so this is like BAPE Talk era, Nike Talk era. So when you used to buy BAPE, one of the signifiers to tell whether or not it was authentic was the B sticker that they put on there, and the B sticker had to look a certain way. So I'm assuming, you know, Sean, he's not an idiot. I mean, the guy has been around for a long time and he's known a lot of things about brands, specifically probably BAPE because he's resold it a lot. But yeah, that's what that B is from. They don't use the B anymore because rep companies like really just made it way too easy to replicate and whatever. But yeah, that's what the B comes from. It used to be on the bags way back when. So if you didn't have one, or if the B looked kind of off, or like the B was like the graphic or the color was off from the original, then that's how you know your BAPE was fake back in the day.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
How big? Because again, I wasn't into it back then like that. How big was reps circulating in like BAPEstas and like? Because I know the clothes was really going crazy. People was selling clothes because like you could print that off easy, but like shoes and buying like reps and fakes. Like, how big was that back then?
It was super fucking big. It was like after there was a point in time where it was like I think it was like 2007 to all, or actually no, 2006 all the way to 2009 when all those stores on Telegraph, Market Street, there was some shit in the avenues, like some small cutty spots in like San Jose that you can buy fake vape, and they were terrible though. It's nothing like today, because today's reps, they're talking to the customer. Back then, they were just like seeing photos online and like trying to replicate the shit, and you would get it, and it was really, really bad stuff. But it was highly rep though, super rep. Even there was like fake LRG back then.
Oh,
fake
wow.
Evisu t-shirts and yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know if people are from the. I don't know who. Do you have a lot of your audience from the Bay or what?
Nah, it's mostly like New York.
Oh, really?
A lot of it from New York, and then like the rest are just so scattered. But yeah, it's mostly New York.
Because I was gonna say, people from the, like, I know you're from here, but I don't know if you used to shop in this area. But like even in East Palo Alto, they had the Yellow Store, and then in Redwood City, they had Redwood Wireless. That was like it's like a one-stop shop. You can get Evisus, you can get fake Red Monkey and fake Air Force Ones, and you could buy speakers and slaps in the back, and you could get your grill done. You could buy a laser pointer. You know, like those were all like that type of storefront was super popular, but the fakes were everywhere. No one gave a shit either. I don't give. The fuck you talking about? Give me my $50 Evisus and I'm out of here.
Especially if you're a real one, somebody go try to call you wearing something fake. You might have to get down for real. Somebody might fight you for that.
Right.
Like what? But yeah, overall, like again, this stuff is like doesn't fall in line with what I rock now. But I knew you would.
I'm like opposite of you right now, because you said that you haven't worn a lot of like graphic heavy stuff. I like this past like 6 months, I realized like I've been so into essential wear and blank clothing that now I'm like I have no graphic tees. Like I have to go buy graphic tees. I ain't got shit with a logo. I need some logos now. Maybe not this one, but you know, choose a different one.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's been like just like silhouettes and like cuts, like, and also like I had sold like I want to say 80% of my closet because like I gained like 40 to 50 pounds in the past year. Yeah. So like I grew out of everything. I promise you, bro. I was wearing like a 33, 34 in jeans, and like I'm starting at a 36 now. So it's like,
God damn, what the fuck kind of squats are you doing?
Yeah, tight shit.
Motherfucker squatting his own car and shit like that. He ain't even got enough weight in the gym. It's just
bro, it's just like my shirts, I had to go up in size on every shirt and like all that, bro. So like I just been like, that's why I ain't really been posting either. I don't have anything to post. Like my clothes really limited right now. So.
Yeah, that's tough. I made a mistake by kind of doing something similar. I ended up selling hella shit and I regretted it, because usually when I work out, if I work out for a long time, I'll get big, but then I shrink. And I go back to that original size, and I'm like, well, there goes all the shit that I used to have. I can let it all go.
Yeah, it's a tough choice, but I locked in, and I was like, I don't know, my health just became more important than a lot of like the other stuff that I was doing. So I just like, I know this is like the weight that I'll probably go stay within. So like, at least now I know like I'll be settled right here. So.
Yeah. Have you been like drifting away from the clothing shit, or you just kind of?
Nah, because I still do weekly YouTube videos. So like it was just like posting fit pics just wasn't like, I just didn't start caring anymore.
Yeah,
But I still actively post on YouTube.
Yeah. What kind of brands you buying into? Or you not? Is it not like you just don't give a shit about the brand, or you like? Is there a specific brand that you're fucking with?
Undercover, I've been buying like a lot of hats from them. I've been buying like weird, goofy hats lately.
Yeah, like the old shit or the new shit?
Nah, it's old. Like,
yeah,
I think one of the hats I just bought was like 2006. Undercover, denim tears, surprisingly, because they do a lot of prints, but like some of their stuff is like super basic. And I think it's pretty good material since they do a lot of stuff with like Levi's and stuff. Issei, but I haven't bought anything Issei lately.
Like you probably own like the pleats and whatever.
Yeah. And then what else? I would say that's just about it. Like those are like the main ones that come to my mind right now, just because like that's what I'm actively searching on, like Grailed, or like searching on like online. Stussy too, just because like the price point and for like what you get, like it's pretty good. Like you can't really beat a cheap price point for a brand as known as Stussy. But I really am. I've been chilling.
Yeah, I hear that. There hasn't been too many things that are like exciting per se. Not like how it was like 3-4 years ago. It's definitely gone like many different directions for many people, especially influencers specifically.
But let's get into this next article.
I was curious what you wanted to talk about this.
I mean, it's obviously like all right, so this article title reads Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us debuts at #1. I mean, you can't escape this, bro. Like people are talking about this everywhere. This is like probably like the biggest rap beef that will happen as far as I can see, this will probably be the biggest rap beef that will happen in our generation, just because of how many people are beefing, and like just these two going back and forth alone is crazy.
I mean, yeah, they're pretty fucking famous. Yeah.
Like these are like the top dogs. They've been the top dogs of like rap hip hop for like the past couple years. So I was just curious on like, who do you think is winning more so?
Well, I think by popular vote, Kendrick wins. You feel me? It's almost it's the saying that or the bar that Drake had. It was like Kendrick just opened his mouth, someone hand him a Grammy right now. Like that's like is automatic. I mean, but I have to. It's almost by default I got to root for Kendrick because it's like this is West Coast, But at this past like year and a half, I'm not gonna lie, I became a Drake fan. I used to think Drake was the corniest guy alive. I was like, this motherfucker, he won't shut the fuck up. Like, yeah, how many more stories do we need to hear about his like relationships? But as I get older, I'm like, wait a minute, these shit is kind of relatable.
Bro,
I'm like, that fucking hit out of nowhere. Spotify random playlist. You be like, yo, the fuck is motherfucker spitting right now? And he can, from time to time, this motherfucker got bars. It's crazy I'm saying that and you're agreeing, because most people I say that to, they're just like, no, fuck Drake. But,
bro, people can't deny, bro. Like early Drake, like Take Care, and like the one where his head is like in the clouds, like, bro, you can't deny that he has hits and that he makes great music.
Fuck ton of hits.
Like,
God damn.
If people who say he doesn't, they talking too much, bro. They talking too much, bro.
And then the stat that just came out, and again, I'm still Team Kendrick, as it stands, but the stat that came out, it's like, because everyone's like Kendrick won, woo whoop, and then on Twitter, what was that caption from like Forbes, or I don't know who it was from, but it was like, Kendrick's streaming numbers are up 50 million, and it was Kendrick's streaming numbers are up like 78%, and Drake's is down by 3%. And then it shows how many streams. It's like Kendrick's at 50 million streams, but Drake is still at 105 million. What the fuck are we talking about? He's down right now? Oh yeah, he's down. He's down. Oh, that's unfortunate. Super unfortunate, bro. 100 million streams? What the fuck are we talking about?
It seems like a lot of people just been in the pocket waiting for somebody to call him out and challenge him. And like now
Drake
that Drake for surely, like I feel like people have been waiting. Like, I don't really like this nigga, bro. I hate this light skinned nigga, bro. I swear to God. Like, and they found somebody who was like really good at what he does to diss him. There's okay, cool. Now we got somebody to ride the coattails to the Drake hate train.
Well, Well, this is all stuff that doesn't have to deal with us, but if in the case of what Drake is saying is true, it's pretty fucked up. Like he fucks everyone's girl. Like bro, that's fucked up, bro. You don't do that. And secondly, you don't do that to industry people. Like, that's fucked up. But also, why is your girl fucking Drake? You know, that's another question. But, you know, leave that to the side. But yeah, I mean, if that's the reason why everyone hates Drake, then I kind of understand. But at the same time, people are just going to hate the person that's on top anyway. And that man has been on top now for, I don't know, it's been too long, bro.
For a long time, bro. Like, most of his career, he's been at the, like, people don't want to give him the credit. And I understand, like, they both are throwing some wild accusations out there. Like, until they can actually prove it, like the pedo stuff or like Kendrick putting his hands on his girl, like, these are things that you can't just put those things on people, because those are like two things that people really will kill you about. Like, being a pedophile.
That's what Twitter will kill you about. Yeah. That's, or X or whatever the fuck. And X is poison, bro. God damn.
Nah, I'd be having to take I take like a monthly or like every once in a while. I just get like, it's exhausting to be on there.
Yeah, it's too much. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty invested into the beef until after I was just like, whatever. I mean,
like
at the end of it, I think we all have to ask ourselves, realistically, which one are you really a fan of? And if you are you actually listening to that person? Like, after all the beef is settled, did you turn on Kendrick? Did you turn on Drake? Which one did you turn on? Like, I think that's what really matters for the fans. But as far as for them, they got some personal shit. They need to figure that out, man. You throwing way too many things at that. You know what I mean?
Everybody,
like you said, it's too much.
Everybody's saying J. Cole, the smart man, got up out of there
over there on the beach.
He got up out of there. But I ain't gonna lie though, him saying that Oakland show might be your last stop, that was a tough bar. Because
I think he woofing though.
Oakland can get a little treacherous.
But that is true. But at the same time, like, it's people from the Bay that's pulling up to that. And, like, who do you think is pulling up to a Drake show in the Bay? not people that are gonna rob him. Not that I know of, unless it's outside the show. But
man,
bro, it's gonna be a bunch of white girls. It's gonna be a bunch of fucking. It's gonna be college kids. Like, Drake got the young crowd, period. You know? So I don't. And also, I mean, again, love Kendrick, but Drake has shouted out the Bay more times than Kendrick.
I actually saw a video.
Kendrick put the Bay on from the All Right video, and then he did it for Black Panther. But vocally, what has he said? Like, Drake more recently in the past, I don't know, 10 years has brought Mac Dre's mom on stage.
Oh,
like,
really?
He's worn a bunch of Mac Dre t-shirts a bunch of times. He's gone on stage verbally and like praised the Bay many, many times, especially every time he comes out here. And he gives us credit for the old shit that we've done. I don't think I've ever heard Kendrick ever do that. Unless it's like a NorCal SoCal thing. I don't know. But
nah, you already know that's I don't know if you know, but like, it is like a constant feud. Like, we get along somehow, but like, NorCal and SoCal, like, they be having like, oh, who's better type energy all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, if they address it, they address it. But, you know, Drake is, in my opinion, has like, he's kind of addressed it more. Not to say that makes you win in any way, but just overall, you know. But again, shout out Kendrick too. I mean, that motherfucker's rap Jesus. How you gonna beat him? You gonna go against Final Boss? Fuck it, you're nuts. You are literally nuts. Fuck that.
I ain't gonna lie though. Once I seen people in the Bay sneezing to it, I was like, yeah, it's over. When I seen people sneezing to it, I was like, it's over, bro. He got it.
Yeah.
He got a banger on him. Can't even lie.
Kendrick covered all bases. Like, he did a history lesson. He did a diss track. He made a dance song. He made a West Coast sounding song that was catchy enough to play on East and West Coast. Like, he covered every base that you can think of. He dropped more tracks, I think, right? As far as the diss is concerned. And then he also the timing of it too.
Impeccable.
Yeah. But again, just to be fair, I gotta give Drake credit too, because Drake was against so many people that he couldn't address Kendrick alone in every song. Every song he had to address like 30 motherfuckers before he got to Kendrick. Kendrick was last verse, if you think about it. If you go back to Family Matters and all that shit, like the middle verse. Yeah, I think the middle verse was like talking about Ross and Metro and everybody else, but it's like, bro, like leave that to the side. Right now, the battle's between you and Kendrick. I don't know why you're too hard pressed about everything else right now, you know. But who knows?
Yeah, I'm interested to see if like it's really over. I mean, it's been a couple days now, almost a week. We're like, you know, since the last thing is posted. So I'm just like, is it settled now, or is somebody about to sneak up and drop another one?
Well, apparently Drake is, right? That's what he keeps saying. Yeah, he keeps saying that he's gonna drop something else, or that's what people are saying.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to see what that was. What your thoughts was, considering I see a lot of people, especially on the West Coast, showing this song mad love.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're Team Kendrick at this moment.
I don't really have stock in either. Like I was Team J. Cole. Like I was fighting people. The day that he apologized, bro, I was going to war in my DMs because I'm like, y'all not about to diss him, bro. Come on now, like chill. It's like it's cold, bro. Like I don't know.
Who do you think will win if instead of Kendrick versus Drake, it was Kendrick versus Ye?
Kendrick versus Ye?
Yeah.
I think Kendrick Ye has not been the same for a while, bro. Like his music hasn't really been hitting for me.
But his diss track to Drake with Andre 3000 was fire. I fucking love that song.
But Andre, bro, like he a goat. Like he's a goat when it comes to rapping. As old as he is, like he was still like keeping up with Ye. I don't know. Ye music don't really hit like that for me no more.
I hear that. You didn't like Vultures?
Oh, that was decent though. But it's that's like I'm like cruising down the highway music, like, or I'm just chilling. Like I'm not like really getting hyped to that. I feel like old Ye music used to get me hype. Now it's just like, you know, I'm just chilling. I'm just relaxing.
I like his new stuff. I still like Ye at the moment. So he definitely has moments, but you just gotta ignore them.
Yeah, Vultures is cool though. People was dogging it out like it was like the worst thing he's ever put out. I don't think that's the case. Like it's actually
no, that's Jesus King. Wrong album.
I'm weak. But let's get into the next article. All right, so this article title reads: Update: Supreme reveals official look at China exclusive Nike Air Force. Jesus, words are hard. I'm not reading that right. But yeah. You know, you a big Forces guy. What you thinking?
Yeah. Not for me. I don't buy Supreme. So I don't know. They've had like how many Supremes Airport? They've already had like 6 or 7 Supreme Forces at this point. It's cool, but
I genuinely don't know. And this is not even like, because I rock with Supreme. I bought Supreme before in the past in college, and like I've had a Supreme piece in high school. But it's like, I don't know what the appeal is for these. Like, I don't understand like what they've been able to re-release these forces so often. I'm just like, is there still a market for people to want these?
I would say yeah, for sure. I mean, so Supreme, I don't know. I don't look into Supreme much, so this is my guess because I've gone to the stores a couple times because they opened up in San Francisco. I think before you left, right?
Nah, I was able to go to it. I think it opened like when I was in college because I was still working in the city.
Oh damn, it was that long ago?
Yeah, I think it opened when I was in. It was 2019.
Yeah. There you go, boom.
Yep,
so kind of recent, but and then James Jebbia sold it. He sold it to that whatever company. So, but yeah, man, people definitely still buy this. Supreme is again like it's kind of like BAPE. It's like an entry brand, but yet it's also for like OG. The purists, the people that were still around from the beginning, the people that used to have Supreme stickers on their laptops back in the day, that's still like Supreme, they're still buying Supreme, like for sure. So this will definitely sell. I don't know how fast, but it'll definitely sell.
Yeah, I'm curious. I haven't paid attention to it, but I wonder how fast these still sell out. Because I know, like, I mean, you know, the meme of like the white girl wearing like Air Forces that are super beat, but I feel like that's when I'm out in public and actually like seeing what people are rocking on their feet, like I don't see Forces anymore. I see like Sambas and New Balances more than anything.
Yeah.
But again, I may be because like I'm in Austin, like it's not like a California or like a New York So I guess like that may play a part in it, but like I still feel like I don't see forces as much as I used to.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people wearing Sambas, but
that makes me wonder too. In Japan, what did you see often, like footwear wise, just on the street?
A fuck ton of New Balance. Like really? They love New Balance. Yeah, but Japan's very mixed though. The silhouettes are the same, but as far as like what brand does that person have on, I have no clue. You know, because you got a bunch of people that are into like Americana. A lot of the girls kind of like that Korean look. It's like the big parachute pants, small shirt, small shoe kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about, you know?
Yeah,
but
no.
and then but the areas I was in, like if you happen to go and you go to Shibuya or you go to Harajuku, like a lot of those kind of became like tourist areas. So yeah, you can shop and still find a lot of stuff, but the people that are there aren't Japanese locals. Like the people that are there they're from China. Like those are really rich Chinese people that are coming in to buy, but maybe because the won is more strong than the yen right now. I don't know, but yeah, I can tell when I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, these people aren't even Japanese. Like these motherfuckers is me right now. We're all on the same line. What the fuck is going on?
I'm weak, bro. Yeah, I was because that was one of the questions I was gonna ask you before you even hopped on. I was curious what people are actually wearing out in the streets in Japan, because you know, like Japan is also another one of those places where people like, same with Korea, Japan, Paris, some parts of Germany, like it's like the fashion wise is just like people always like it's so elite out there.
Well, on a day-to-day basis, don't include the tourists, put tourists aside for like actual people that live in Japan. I would say like 90% of the people out there dress very well. And also put aside the people that are working. Let's say they have a suit on, put that to the side, or someone has a uniform on, you know, put that to the side. But for the day-to-day locals that are walking around, they all dress really well, whether it be kids, moms, aunties, uncles, husbands, whatever, like teenagers. They all kind of know what they're doing somehow, some way. Compared to out here, you know, it's a crapshoot.
Oh, that's not even bad. They 124. I thought there was gonna be way more than that. But I guess that's like the retail price. That's if you can even get a pair. I'm sure resale is probably looking a little treacherous. But honestly, though, what was you about to say?
I was gonna say forces are expensive now.
Yeah, I've never been like a real big forces guy. So, do you think, just like similar to the BAPEstas, do you think the quality of forces have kind of like?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like 1,000. Like next time you go into like a Foot Locker or something like that, just look at touch the shoe. It's like very stiff. It's like a pleather that they use. But because when we went to Japan, and my next Japan video that I'm posting on Sunday, I show some of like the old Air Force Ones that were around back then, and like the shape is different, the leather is different. Just those two things alone, just better, you know. But I mean, they still sell. People still wear them. I don't think only people that like nerdy people like me would care, and I'm not the person that's keeping them alive. So they got to pertain to other people, you know.
Nah, I feel you. I mean, that's definitely like again, like if this is your introduction into it and you don't know any better, then it's like it's probably the greatest thing that you've ever seen. Like,
yeah,
all these forces today, like they're like, what's better than this? Until you start, you know, deviating, going back and being like, oh, what the leather used to be actually a little bit better.
But Nike did listen though. They made like not a sub label, but they created pairs that are pretty identical to the old ones, and it's they're either called Color of the Month or Anniversary. So if you buy either of those two, you are going to get the better shape, you are going to get better padding, you are going to get better leather, like a higher quality leather, and it looks really good. So, and you can still get it right now, which is dope. But the majority of Air Forces are not the greatest.
Interesting. Yeah, I think that's gonna. I don't really got much to say on this anymore. Like, I don't, because I really don't see the appeal, especially like, come on, bro. I'm not putting these laces in my shoes, bro. Like, this looks crazy.
Well, fashion is interesting. Fashion is like, sometimes I look at stuff and I say the same thing, but as I've like grown, and then also I've had like my own clothing brand too. Like, although it might not be for me, there's still a market. You know, no different than if you go to Macy's right now, you're gonna see a bunch of plain shit that you're just like, I don't fuck with any of this right now. But most people aren't into clothes. Most people just want to go there because like, oh, I'm shopping for my kid because it's back to school. And that's still a sale for these brands. That's a big portion. That's one portion, I'm sorry. But another 30 portions for the brand could be someone that's just, they're killing time. They're at the mall. They found some pants. These are cool. You know, I'll get these. Or I ripped a hole in mine. They don't even know how to repair it. They're just going to go buy a new pair. And that's like, that's their sale. That's their business model, you know. But for Supreme, yeah, it might not look the best. Who knows? But shit, it could be for somebody. Somebody's buying that stuff. Oh, yeah. they're a fucking multi-million, if not maybe $1 billion company. Maybe is. Hold on, let me see.
Let's pull the stats.
Dude, bro. I mean, this is, what year was this? Oh, that was 2019. Well, in 2019 they were worth 2.1 billion. So, well, actually, you know what? How much did Supreme sell for? Yeah, 2.1 billion. So, and that was in 2000. What year did Supreme sell? 2020. So that was only 4 years ago. And keep in mind, just because it's sold, that doesn't mean it's dead. That just means, or not that just means, but whoever bought it must be smart enough to know how to keep growing it.
Yeah, they see something, the potential.
Right.
Nah, I feel it. The way you just said that, that's the same way I feel about like music right now. Like, you know, there's always like, as we get older, we always think like, oh, there won't be music greater than this. But like, I listen to a lot of underground rappers and like staying up to date with that. So like, you know, somebody that's older than me, like maybe like my parents, or even like, I was like, what?
Yeah, no, you're good. My bad.
Like my parents or my uncles, they might listen to it like, you know, what's this trash? But like, you know, there's a market for it. People like want something new. And I'm like, that's how I feel about the same way you said that about clothes, the same way I think about music right now.
Yeah. I mean, I met someone recently that works for Empire, and we were getting in conversation, and she brought up, you know who Money Man is?
No.
Or you know, well, obviously you know like Jay Stalin.
Oh yeah.
And you know, like Filthy and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, "What kind of music you listen to?" She works for Empire, and I was like, "Oh, I listen to like that. I listen to like Stalin and Filthy and shit like that." And she's like, "Oh, you're like the first person I've met that's like a fan." I was like, "You realize you live in the Bay? Like, how the heck? Like, but hey, you know, it's something for everybody. It's something for everybody."
Oh, I mean, that is a perfect segue. Let me go ahead and stop presenting that. That is a perfect segue into like, you know, diving into more so about you and just like also where you come from. I ain't had nobody on here that's from the Bay. A lot of people that follow me not from the Bay.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's a great way for us to kind of like have some dialogue about the Bay Area, because I feel like there's a lot of propaganda right now, bro, of like slander in the Bay, whether it be like the bipping, which is a real thing.
Yeah.
I seen your tweet about the whole like there's no more, like a lot of retailers are moving out. Like
yeah,
they used to be like, when I saw Macy's was going out of business, I mean, when they were pulling that stuff, I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So really the question that I want to kind of frame it is like, how important is the Bay Area to you? And then how can you explain that to somebody that's not from the Bay Area?
Like how important is it in what
like,
way?
You know, who you are and like what you represent, and like, because when I look at you being from the Bay Area, I'm like, oh, that's a perfect like if you want to know something about the Bay Area or just like what it looks like or like how to like represent it, I look at you, I'm like, it's Keezy, bro. Like the music
Yeah.
trenched into and like actually paying homage to like the eras in the Bay Area, but also staying up to date. I saw you was with Lil Russell and Neff the Pharaoh and all that. So it's like, because right now a lot of people ain't listen to Bay Area music, like truthfully.
Facts.
So it's like, why do you even go out of your way? Like you made that Vallejo special Letterman for Blood. Actually, that was an actual production, right? Like you put more of those out.
Yeah, so it was originally for Neff. It was like a custom for Neff because like Neff had automatically fucked with the brand super heavy. And then I was like, I might as well like, because I already did the Frisco one. I want to move on and do the Oakland shit. But I was like, why don't I make a Vallejo one, put his name on it? And originally it was going to be one. But then after that, I was like, fuck it, we'll do more because people are, they fuck with it or whatever. But just to answer your question, I mean, you know how it is, bro. Where you from? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, man, it's Indian ain't on me, man. You know what I mean?
You dig what I'm saying?
Come on, come on, man. Talk to me nice, man. No, but I don't know. It's just like, especially me doing social media, and then there was like no one that was from here doing it. Like it almost felt like I needed to show people, and that was a part of it, because the perspectives when it comes to clothing is always New York, it's always Tokyo, it's always London, it's always LA. We never get a perspective elsewhere, and if we do, it's not a channel on YouTube. And if it's clothing, is it really directed to what we really grew up on, or is it something else, something a little bit more commercial? So yeah, I mean, a part of that, it's just a part of me. I don't know. It's I can't stop it now. I'm too deep. It's like if I put on a Dodgers hat right now, I don't know. That might look kind of funky right now, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like being from the Bay, like I get what you're saying. Like I can't explain it. Like before I went to college, that was like the first time I left the Bay Area. So it's like
my to Arizona, right?
Yeah. My entire upbringing and knowledge of the world was just Bay Area, whether it be the music, whether it be like what's fashion, and just like the slang. Like when I went to Arizona and I realized people didn't like, I was like, yeah, and like people wasn't turning around. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like it was like a culture shock, because I'm like, oh, like people grow up different. Like I was like, man.
It's just, if I were to even answer it further, you know what it is? It's like there's too much and there's so much history here that gets like crazy forgotten. A lot of things start here, they come from here, and people don't acknowledge it, so it makes you feel that way, And then also the Bay Area is kind of set up in a way where the cities, you can drive to each city and fuck with each other. Los Angeles is like that, but not really. Like you got to really drive. So if you're in like OC and someone's in LA, like, we ain't seeing each other. That's too far. But out here, it's like if I'm in San Jose, you're in the city, we could probably meet halfway. Like, it's not that bad. It's like 20, 30 minutes, not even. And then vice versa for all the other cities. So everyone gets to know each other, and then it becomes insular. And then we have our own music. We have our own culture, that to a point where that is our own thing. So you become prideful, so... But that's what it is. But yeah, the Bay kind of has lost a lot of that, but it is what it is. I can't do shit about it.
Man. I mean, because like, obviously, people know the Bay Area more so for the hyphy movement, the Mac Dre, the E40s, the,
Too Short and all that.
The Too Short, like the big names. But like, even though I wasn't like really old enough to like really take it all in, like as far as like going to parties and like really experiencing it, I was still in that era when like it was still going on, and I'm just like, everybody had pride to be from the Bay Area. Like everybody, like that movement we'll probably, I wouldn't say never get again, because it'll probably just be like another name for it, but like, bro, that era of like the hyphy movement and like all the music that was coming out, and just the scene itself was just like, it was crazy to witness.
No, I mean, Larry is the one carrying it on his shoulders now.
Facts.
And he's doing an incredible job. Matter of fact, he's gone mainstream. Like he's all over. I was in Japan. I saw a poster he had a poster out there. in a store. I was like, what the fuck, Larry June? And it's his new project. Yeah, you feel me? Good job, Japan, Larry. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm halfway across the world right now. This man is global. You know, he does shows all over the place. He's done a lot of work with people outside of the Bay too. So, you know, he's carrying it on for that side. If it's not like the violent rap, you know what I'm saying? Like Larry's more of the chill. Like you could be at like a kickback, or like you're in a department store and it's got like Larry in the background kind of thing.
Nah, so, facts. It definitely gives me like Smop Life. What was it? Dang, what was I Am Sue brand? Smop Life and
Heartbreak Gang?
Yeah, but it was Smop and it was something else. I'm forgetting what the other one was. Cause I remember I had a snapback. But they had a store and it was just like a real laid back store in Hilltop Mall. And I feel like now
they did? I did not know that.
Bro, it lasted. Hilltop Mall, I mean, it's gone now. Like there's no
it's gone. Yeah. Oh, I've been there, yeah.
But Hilltop Mall used to have the most random stores in that place, bro. I swear to God. It used to be like, because I remember there was a Pink Dolphin shop in there at one point.
What the fuck? Yeah, I did not know that.
Bro, like that mall has seen it all, bro.
Okay. Well, that was probably like 2010, right? 2011.
Yeah, it had to be when I was in middle school, when I was actively going up there. So yeah, around that time, 2009, 2010.
Hilltop, actually, you know what I wanted to? So Hilltop is still there, but it's abandoned. I wanted to do like a lookbook thing in that mall. Like that would be kind of hard.
Like go inside of it?
Yeah, like it's a vacant. It's just abandoned. I guess the word is not vacant, but yeah, it's abandoned.
Yeah, because the only thing running on that side is that Walmart. That's the only thing that's open on that in that building.
It's super unfortunate. Ain't shit happening over there. God damn.
Bro, I'm saying like Hilltop used to be like people used to travel to Hilltop like just to kick it. Like on the weekend, like you would just pull up and like girls would be around and like it was just like the kick it spot for a minute.
Yeah, facts.
So the next question. So I remember we talked about.
Wait, hold on. By the way, I got like maybe 10 more minutes or so.
All right, bet that. We'll make. Yeah. I'll ask this one and then the last one.
Okay.
Why make a clothing brand? Like, what does Haven Court mean to you?
Well, I've just always like same answer for I've given everyone else. I've always wanted to own a brand. I've wanted to own a brand since the days of what we talked about, like the Market Street shit. But as a kid, you're like, how the fuck do you do that? I have no idea. Then I've like started prior brands, they all failed. And then I gave YouTube a shot, and then I saw other people that were starting brands at that time. There was like a group of 5 YouTubers, I think, at that time. Maybe like 2 or 3 out of the 5 ended up making brands. I was one of them, and now this is my career. This is what I do now. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't even get to that point. Like,
right. Yeah, no, that's true. It's hard to maintain it, but it's nice to know that I've gotten this far. So it's been fun so far.
So do you think the starting YouTube being first and then starting the clothing brand help push that?
Oh, 1000%. Yeah. Well, I'd be lying if I sat here and been like, oh yeah, nah, YouTube wasn't it. It was my brand. Nah, fuck that, dude. Hell no. Hell, as a matter of fact, I didn't even make jeans first. I don't know if you remember. I made hats. I made snapbacks. You know,
I still got all of them, bro.
Oh, there you go.
I still got all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it was. Like me packaging them up all by myself, trying to stuff them into the back of a truck, bringing it to UPS. That's how it all kind of started. So it was all during COVID, really, and yeah, it's been an interesting ride.
All right, and last question. For somebody that may not know anything about Bay Area hip-hop, Bay Area rap at all, and you could say, where should I start? What would be the top 3 artists that you tell them to play?
Are we excluding Pac?
No, I don't have Pac.
I'm about to say, but Pac is from the Bay. I don't let motherfuckers know that. But
he definitely did claim it.
Who should you start with when it comes to that? I get like if you're not going commercial, then like Richie Rich. I'll do Richie Rich. I'm biased, so I'll say Jay Stalin. And then third, I'll give like, I don't even know. Matter of fact, you shouldn't listen. Don't listen to the music. Go listen to the interviews first, maybe. Go tap into Dregs One. Dregs One is probably the best Bay Area podcast talking about the history of what happened back in the day. Actually, sitting down with the people that were around during those times, artists that had worked with Pac and Mac Dre and all. Actually, yeah, Mac Dre should be on the list as well. Yeah, that would be the best way to do it. So
yeah, hold on, let me just.
Oh, the vinyl? Oh shit. Where'd you get that at? Damn.
I saw this at a record shop out in Austin, bro. And I couldn't even believe this. I had to get it that day.
What's crazy is I was in Austin. Wait, no, I wasn't in Austin. I was in Arizona, and I got a Jacka album on vinyl. And I couldn't. My homie Lonnie pulled it out. He's like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What the?" I was like, "What is this doing here?" This is random, bro.
Bro, they be popping up. But Austin is a big city on vinyls and just like music in general. Like they have the biggest vinyl convention in Austin, so it's just like a lot of stuff that's out here. I saw that. I was like, "Oh yeah," but I would add Hustler, one of them artists.
Yeah. And Jack. Yeah,
DB the General don't get the respect that he needs to, bro. DB the General's 1,000+ bars, fire. But like similar to what you said, the interviews, but like Trill TV. Oh, if you want to know what was really going on in the Bay,
facts.
Trill TV was crazy work.
Yeah, that's actually all you need. What are we saying? That's you don't need anything else. That's it right there. Watch the first,
you go get the
3
artists.
episodes.
Yeah, you go get the artists. You go get the culture and everything.
That's so like no one talks about how the DVD shit. I mean, I think we talked about it last time I saw you when you were in the Bay, maybe, but or when we were with Russell. Am I saying his name right?
Lil Russell?
No, not Lil Russell. He had a page.
Yeah.
That's not his name. What's his name?
Dang, I'm slipping on it right now. That's bro.
Right, I feel fucking terrible forgetting that on the spot. But yeah, we were talking about that. Like the rap DVDs was hella big, but the Bay was like the first to do that shit. This is before Gucci Mane and all that, like the Hood to Hoods, the Block Report, the Trill TVs, yeah, and then Go Dumb USA. Oh, brother, that motherfucker's like, it was like a dedicated sideshow, like just fuck shit, like destruction.
That go crazy, man. Right. Go Dumb USA, go crazy.
Stupid ass name. What the fuck?
All right, one quick question.
What's up?
What is the up-to-date count on how many pairs of BAPEstas do you own?
Oh, I think I'm up like 60.
60?
Yeah, like 55 or 60 pairs, or somewhere around there. I haven't like fully counted because I've got a couple more this past couple like months or whatever, but yeah, that's where we're at right now. It's terrible investment.
Because I was watching your most recent one where you did like when you put them all on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I was like, damn, he got a lot of pairs, but I don't think it was 60. How much? I don't think you said it was 60 then. So you must have really been.
Oh wait, what did I say back then? Like 40?
Because it was your pairs and I think it was bro pairs.
Oh yeah, no. So I'm talking about my own. Now okay. It should be 50, 60 somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just stupid. shouldn't be spending my money on this shit. There's like no return on investment whatsoever.
Hey.
Also, prices of OG BAPEs is like dropped too. Like if I've just as a consensus, yeah, because like that shit became hella popular like during COVID. Because remember on all the archive pages, for whatever reason, they kept posting like Chrome Hearts, BAPEstas, and like that was when Carhartt was kind of big at that time, workwear, and then that's what was like that was the culture at the moment. So then BAPEsta prices went crazy. People were charging like $5,000 for some fuck shit, some weak ass pairs. But now if you go look at it now, it's dropped significantly, which is great, but at the same time not great because that just means that I'm buying something that holds no value anymore.
That's fire. I want a pair that's encased in like one of those packages just to like have in my house. Yeah, like I just want one of those just because like I feel like aesthetically that shit just looks fire.
Yeah. When I was in Houston, they had a couple in some of the consignment stores, like here and there. They kind of taxing a little bit, but they got them in there.
I might have to make a try. I ain't been to Houston in a minute.
Houston is fun, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta hit up them strip clubs, man. Motherfucking strip club, baby.
Nah, I remember watching
crazy.
that. I remember watching that video too when you came out. You did a little Texas joint, bro. Y'all was going crazy. What was it like? Y'all put up on like y'all was in a telly with some girls y'all met at the club, bro. I was like, what's this vlog is taking a turn.
No, we went to this little Mexican Mexican joint. Yeah, we got the little boots and shit like that. I got me some gator boots, and I bought those little jeans that look like fake True Religions and shit like that. And I bought those dress shirts. They always wear dress shirts and a cowboy hat. Yeah, I was like, bitch, I'm from Texas now. What's up,
bro? He was like, oh, that's Paul Wall. I was like,
oh yeah, that's right. I saw him. No fucking bro. What the hell? Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun ass trip.
But again, bro, I appreciate you jumping on here. This is during the week, y'all. This is not even the weekend. This is during the week. Just pull it up.
So you could drop it on the weekend. There you go. Boom.
But without further ado, like I always do, I'll catch y'all on the next one.
But I love the way you work it. Hey, I love the way you work it.